But I do welcome you to your Mississippi Coliseum. And you're in the safest building in Mississippi. This is the #1 shelter in the state for during storms. So hopefully we won't have that, but if we do, you're in a safe facility. I want to thank you for coming to HOBNOB because this is one of my favorite days of the year that you do. You get to see everybody. They come out in a wonderful event, and thank you for putting that on Mississippi Economic Council. Just want to talk a little bit about what goes on down here because I really am thrilled you're here. When he called and said we may need to change locations from the Ag Museum to here, I said I'm happy because I get your rental fee either way. So either way is good with me, but I am glad we're here out of the elements of the weather today. We just finished up with the state fair. And you know, we live in a state that has 2.8 million people. 706,588 of them, 706,588 came to the fair. That is unbelievable in a state of 2.8 million people. My personal goal was 700,000, and they said, Cindy, we've been doing this 153 years. We've never had 700,000. But let me tell you a few ways that we made that happen. First of all, I prayed really hard. I said, God, you've got to give me a deal on this weather in the next few days. That happened. We did a lot of things with social media. For the first time in U.S. history, for the Mississippi State Fair or any other fair in the country, we had a mobile app that was Apple and Android. It had every event on there. It even had a car finder. If you got out of your car and dropped the pin there, you could, if you got turned around on the rides, you could find your way back to your car. It had the weather events. It had the schedule events. A really good thing, and it really tells me that social media can improve your events. On these fairgrounds, we're on about 105 acres right here. We have 579 events down here. 579. In this building alone, we have 146 events. And some of those events are more than one day. So it goes on to more calendar days, but 146 events just in this building. They asked me this morning, they said, what is your earliest memories of this building? And I remember sitting in here watching Elvis Presley. The stage was set up right down here performing this building. And my mother thought it was important that she bring her children to see Elvis Presley. And I'm so glad she did. Dolly Parton, all the people that have come through this building. Not long ago, Elton John was set up in that very area right there too. The Coliseum and the Fairgrounds is a special funds agency. We get zero appropriations from the legislature. We have to live within our means. We have to make it work on the income that we generate ourselves. And this can be a crown jewel for Mississippi because the speaker was talking about not wanting to be on the bottom and investing in things that brings money to the state. I could not agree with him more. And we are looking at trying to do some renovations down here, and we've had so much fun just coming up with the plans of renovating. You know, I always say I have the best job in state government, but some of those things that we've done, we've hired some experts to come in here. And you're familiar with Jerry Jones that owns the Cowboys and the Steinbrenners, the big arena people. We hired their company to come in. We sat right down on this floor. We went through everything, and they told me how they think we can maximize and get the most benefit out of this building. We hired a company called Populous. They did all the major arenas in the state. They did all the arenas in the Olympics. They came to Jackson, Mississippi, sat right down there with me, and we put a plan together. We hired architects, Wearburner Architects, that are a local firm. We have renderings, we have plans, because we don't like to just fly by the seat of our pants. We want to make sure we've got the experts getting the right plan because we do want to be very good stewards of that tax dollar. And as you can look, this place was built in 1962, needs a little facelift. If you visit the restroom, you're going to see exactly what I'm talking about because when you have the dressing rooms back there and you bring in an Elton John, you think, oh, we can do better than this. So that is our challenge, is to make some improvements down here at the Coliseum, at the Ag Museum, everything that we're in charge of. But we were used as a model for state agencies that was the most efficient with your money, because that's what we're about, is getting the most for what we are given and benefiting it the most and maximizing it. We do have great staff down here. Thank you, Scott, for recognizing them. They've worked fast and furious to get this down here, and things in agriculture are going really well. Of course, we're in the cattle business. We run a stockyard. Tuesday's our sale day. We've had a sale there since 1942. I'm a real cowgirl. I did not buy the boots just for the campaign. We do it. That's what we live, and we're enjoying some good prices now, and we smile because we know it's not going to be that forever, and that's the reason you have to have those good management skills. Farmers have good management skills. This weekend at the farmers market, I just want to share a few things with you. We have a Thanksgiving at the farmers market. We have 3 chefs that are coming in from 3 different restaurants, Bravo's, Table 100, and Sophia's restaurant that's located in the Fairview Inn. They will be doing demonstrations, teaching you how to prepare your Thanksgiving meals. We will have all the fall harvest down there, your mustards, your turnip greens, your squash. We've got rutabagas, we've got the eggplants coming in. We even have lettuce coming in, and people there to show you how to make those meals, and they're only getting their ingredients from the farmers market. So a lot of good things coming in. We're expecting a big crowd. I invite you to that. But thank you for being here. Thank you for being supportive of agriculture in Mississippi, our #1 industry, a $7.3 billion industry. Thank you for making this state such a great state to live in, and I am truly honored to be your commissioner.